Hello, everybody. My name is Stewart Marshall from Pillmarsh Group, a film production company here in Melbourne, Australia. And today I got something special for you. I got something special. One Mr. Duane Trammell has offered to send me two of his 48-hour films to review. One of them's from 2005, and the other one's from 2007. Now, for me, what's interesting about that is, so during those years, 2005, I would have still been in high school. I would have been acting in Neighbours, a TV show in Australia, just doing extras work, nothing too crazy. But 2007 is interesting because that was my gap year. That was my gap year before I went to film school. And what we're going to do today is we're going to review both films. We'll go one by one. He's offered for me to critique and to check it out and see what I think, and to also be brutally honest. And I will be, but I'll also keep in mind that these films were made in, back in 2005, 2007. So I'll obviously be thinking about equipment, the camera, the sound, just the overall quality. Acting is acting. That's always been roughly the same for a very long time, but I'll also be looking at the technical aspects. I won't be comparing it too much to today's standards, but we will definitely have a look, and I think it'll be fun. Alright, that being said, I think let's get to the first video. So I haven't watched these yet at all. I haven't watched them. This is my first time viewing these videos. We've got two of them here. We've got Superhero 3254-A, which is hilarious because one of my feature films is called Red Sky Candidate 5238. I don't know why. Like as soon as I saw the title, I just thought about that. So with his first film, he actually came first runner-up for best film. That's pretty insane. San Diego 48 hour. I don't know how many teams entered this competition. I would assume it would have been a lot. San Diego. The second film is Detonate in widescreen. You know what was hilarious about this? So 2007, we're starting to get into the whole widescreen aspects. We're going from CRTs to LCDs into your 16:9, your ratios and stuff like that. Moving on from the 4:3s. Crazy. Yeah, so what's hilarious, see, if you'll notice when I just quickly switch between the two, even though it's been filmed by 16:9, the first one, they still exported it as a shit. I don't think it would have been 1920. Let's have a look. Yeah, 540p. Yeah, it still would have been like 1048, 1048 by 540 or something. It still would have been something like that, yeah, in terms of the ratio, in terms of the pixel ratio. But I'll set that on 540. It goes for a total of 7 minutes. Ooh, he kept it all in the time frame. But yeah, first runner up. Okay, this will be heavily judged since it's the actual runner up. I have no idea what the other film looks like. I don't know what the winner is. I don't. I guess I would have to try and find out. I think that's enough stalling for now. Let's go into it. I'm just going to be watching this fully. We're going to watch the whole thing. I will flip-flop back and forward after it's done to actually talk about specific moments in the film, if there are any, and if there is anything that I think is just not quite there, or I'll also comment if it's something is really decently done, even especially for that time, 2005. All right, let's go full screen and let's hit it.
Wrong. Take it back. Next!
I got this letter in the mail.
This application is not filled out properly. It says here that you're a C programmer. What is a C programmer? What is a C programmer?
It's a computer language. Duh. Computer language.
It says here that you're a C programmer. What is a C programmer, Mr. Munchley?
It's a computer language. Duh.
Never heard of it. What is your first name, Mr. Munchley?
It's M.
M is not a name. First names have 2 or more letters. Next!
Hi, I just want to change my name.
This is benefits and retirement. You need window 43. Next!
Finally. Finally, I get to retire.
Where did you work? What location?
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 Earth.
Of course. Where's your superhero form 3254-A?
My what?
3254-A. Whom did you designate to replace you?
I want to retire.
Superheroes can't retire until they designate a replacement. You must choose someone to replace your position. Next!
But
Please, sir.
Move it along, Eggman.
Next!
There's a lot of actors in here. What the hell? That has got to be the prop. He's over showcasing it.
Look out, buddy. Look out, buddy. Look out, buddy. Look out, buddy.
Look at those effects. Oh my god. Those transition effects.
Look out, buddy.
Hey, watch it, old man.
Did you just grab my ass? This superhero grabbed my ass. I was hoping for him to say that.
Whoa. Be careful there.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my god. Thank you. You're welcome. It's just luck.
it wasn't just luck, was it?
Yeah, she's pretty good.
How could you know that?
I see them too. The visions, I mean. Salt helps for some reason, but I hate the taste of salt by itself.
Salt? It does. I've had them for as long as I can remember. Sometimes I just wish they would go away.
Look on it as a gift, not a curse. You should be glad. Well, I've been helping people my whole life without them knowing they were being helped, and it's been a good life.
Look, I gotta go.
I know, but this is for you.
Well, what do I do with it?
You'll know. What's your name?
Kelly. My name's Kelly. What's yours?
Retired. Just call me retired.
this screams early 2000s. It's crazy. Oh my god, that music. That music. Now, the film screams early 2000s. This fucking music screams early 90s. Look how many people worked on this film. What the fuck? I don't have that many people. Holy shit. Yeah, you had a grip? Look at me grips! Look at me grips you had! What? I don't have that many people. Holy shit. That's crazy. Okay. DVD video. Yeah. Where to start? Okay, this film came first runner-up. Man, it screams early 2000s. I don't know why. It really cuz see this specific shot. I don't know what camera Duane was using, or the cinematographer. This camera really reminds me of like man, would they have shot on DV? So DV being these like little tapes and all that here. I always have one just sitting on my desk for no reason. This one's from Sony. But I'm wondering if they shot on DV. Because this is definitely not a shitty mini DV camera. This camera seems like a professional broadcast-ish type camera that doesn't have an interchangeable lens. I think just has like a straight up zoom lens. Because everything looks roughly the same. The same type of glass. But the thing is, though, maybe not. Like, there's actually some beautiful shots in here, to be honest. I feel like some of these shots were rushed. The editing at the start was so rapid. I think it was just to match the fast pace of the work environment in the office.
Wrong.
I would have loved to see other lines. Because you have so many extras here, yeah? Could have easily disguised multiple lines and other tellers and so on, and other receptionists. And you can easily cut to them on the other side and see what's happening to them too. That's probably one thing I would have changed at the start. The reason why I would make that change is because I probably would have filmed, because the way it's filmed right now is very compact. It's very compact. It's not showing the rest of the set.
This application is not filled out properly. It says here that you're a C programmer. What is a C programmer? What is a C programmer?
I'm guessing the prop was the actual salt shaker. That's what I'm guessing. I can't tell. Do you know what's a good thing? I can't tell what the given line was. I just cannot tell. Like, everything seems like it flows. Like, all the dialogue flows naturally.
It's a computer language. Duh. Computer language.
It can't be that. No.
It says here
The effects make me laugh
that
so
you're
bad.
a C programmer. What is a C programmer, Mr. Munchley?
It's a computer language. Duh.
She's pretty good.
Never heard of
She's
it.
actually really good.
What is your first name, Mr. Munson?
I just can't believe the amount of extras that he had.
M is
Crazy.
not a name. First names have 2 or more letters. Next!
I'm guessing some of the actors would have been in the crew? As part of the
I just
crew?
want to change my name.
This is benefits and retirement. You need window 43. Next!
Finally.
Yeah,
Finally,
but the
I
item's
get
definitely
to retire.
Salt shaker.
Where did you work? What location?
Location?
So let's just think about the story overall. A superhero that's going into retirement that wants to retire but is not allowed to retire, which resembles real life at that time, even till now. So because this man looks, he looks definitely like going into his mid-60s. So, the funniest thing about this film, it's a soft take on real life, on you know, going through the process of good deeds throughout your whole life, and then when the opportunity comes to retire, you're old, you just don't want to deal with it anymore, and you know, you've earned your keep, per se. Like, you've done all these things, you've earned your keep. Not everybody may respect it, not everybody may acknowledge it. The government, which she represents, the people, the pedestrians and stuff like that, and citizens and all that, they may not appreciate it, but you, the individual, can appreciate it because it's you, it's your time, you deserve it. That's the deeper meaning of Superhero 3254-A, which is pretty good. Like, see, that being said, it's a well thought out script. It's a well thought out, gentle script. Nothing too crazy. A few shots did feel rushed. A few shots did feel like it was rushed.
Where's your superhero form 3250? Superheroes can't.
Yeah, funny as fuck dialogue.
Next.
And you see the looks from all the other cast members. Like, he's sitting there in the sunshine. He wants to relax. It's just like people are still looking at him weird. It's like, what the fuck is he doing? Because that's what happens to him in real life. People will sit there and go, why are you still here? What the fuck are you doing? Shouldn't you be retired? And it's those looks that the actors are giving. Like, what the fuck? like, when someone calls for help, who's gonna call on a 60-odd-year-old superhero, right? That can't fly, that probably used to fly, but now can't. So, you know. And they've probably forgotten who he is, or he wasn't that popular. All those eggs, I'm wondering what the eggs are for. It's just nothing but hard-boiled eggs. I mean, I love hard-boiled eggs, but fuck.
Look out, buddy. Look out, buddy. Look out, buddy. Look out, buddy.
Because obviously the salt shaker is there to help him predict very short amount of time into the future. You know, only if he could predict it when he was younger, like when he would actually retire, and then he could have planned all of this out.
Look out, buddy.
Hey, watch it, old man.
Did he just grab my ass? I would have thrown that line in. Hey, the superhero grabbed my ass. That motherfucker. He grabbed my ass. That's just me. Like, that's just me being dumb. Look at these effects. I like that. Like, oh my god, it's so 2000s. It's so early 2000s. So the reason why I say that, that it's so early 2000s, because a lot of independent films had this very distinct look to them. If you also go back, if you could, there could be some videos still on YouTube that are from 2007. And you'll see what I mean when you watch those video clips from back then, and then you watch this film. You'll see there's like a very distinct feel and look, to just like what the early 2000s was about, like punk rock scene, grunge was heavy, because grunge was still heavy coming out of the 90s and all that. And the reason why I'm talking about that is the look of this other superhero. I don't remember his name, but man, it's such a very distinct look.
Whoa.
She's a very good actress too.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Like, she stands out.
You're welcome. It's just luck.
It wasn't just luck, was it?
That look, see, like, so as a director, right? As a director, Duane is very, very lucky with this specific actress.
It's just luck.
It wasn't just luck, was it?
Those looks, she's actually listening to the other character. She's actually listening to the other actor and acknowledging the lines and then reacting and then turning the face around. Like,
How could you know that?
I see them too.
those things are very important. Those things are very important as a director and even as an actor. Your cast members need to listen to each other. Like, listen to the dialogue that has been said so they can actually react properly. There's so many times when I see other people's 48 hours, well, any film, not just 48-hour films, but any short film, they're just reciting lines. You can tell they're reading the script off their head, and it's really fucking annoying. Because if you're making a short film, spend the time to do rehearsals, so it's not, so they're not reading the lines off their head. Get them to act through the scenes, get them to engage with the environment. Like, this is a beautiful shot, by the way. This is a very beautiful shot. It looks like it was shot on a 50mm lens these days.
The visions, I mean.
These are
Salt
textbook.
helps.
So these are all textbook film school style shots. Your actor is dead center of the frame. I still think the reason why we still do that is because of the 4:3 ratio back then, and we had them dead center of the frame. Because it still worked. If you had dead center, it doesn't matter which way they're looking. You can easily cut from one to the other.
For some reason, but I hate the taste of salt by itself.
Salt? It does. I've had them for as long as I can remember. Sometimes I just wish they would go away.
It's a really beautiful shot. Like, it actually looks really good. Like, that's props for 2005 for sure.
Look on it as a gift, not a curse.
The audio is so crisp and clean too.
You should be glad. Well, I've been helping people my whole life without them knowing they were being helped, and it's been a good life.
Look, I gotta go.
I know, but this is for you.
Well, what do I do with it?
You'll know. What's your name?
Kelly. My name's Kelly. What's yours?
Retired. Just call me Retired.
Imagine she went off and actually became evil. She just actually goes out to do evil doings, evil fucking a whole bunch of bad guy shit. She's like, man, she just touched it. Imagine if it's from her point of view. She just touches it, and then we don't see it as the audience, but she gets these flashes of what she could potentially do in the future. And she absolutely goes on a rampage. That would have been sick. Nah, man. Anyways. Yeah, overall, fuck, look how much cast. Crew. So how much cast was this? Oh my god. Even for back then, man. There are so many people working on this. Holy shit, that's enough to actually literally make a fucking feature film with that amount of cast and crew. Oh my god. Anyways, without knowing what the first film was, the one that came first, I can see why this would have came second. It's feel good. It's very, very safe. It's a very safe film. What do I mean by safe? It means that the story is universal. The story is universal. It has a decent cast. There are specific moments in the film that are memorable. It's not really pushing agendas. It's not really pushing like some bullshit narrative. It has a very basic narrative that does relate to the audience, and it will relate to everyone. Where you can go throughout your whole life, do these things, do these deeds, and all that. And when you want to retire, sometimes you just can't, but you're trying to find your replacement. And it's about legacy. Who can pass, like, who is the person that you can pass on your work to, or your knowledge to, and stuff like that. And that's what this film actually represents. I'm not sure if that's the way Duane thought about it, but that's the way that I see it. It's about legacy. Legacy. Alright, let's move on to the next film. No, good, like, really good film. Really good film. I don't mind it. Man, 2005. What a trip. Alright, let's go to the next one. Let's see if Duane has improved or if he blundered. I don't see any awards. I don't see nominations. Actually, he came runner-up. If he came runner-up, I would assume there would have been nominations or maybe a win here and there from others. By the way, the reason why, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but there's like these lines going through. That will be, so there's like progressive framework, and then there's interlaced, and that looks like it was filmed interlaced, and that's why we're getting these scans. Because DVDs back then, I think when they were burning the DVD, it would have been like interlaced instead of progressive. So we're using progressive. That's why you're getting these lines, because when people start moving, the frames are trying to catch up to each other, and they're blending like that. Like one layer, another layer. Instead of progressive, like a square, you're getting layer, and you're just getting layers on top of each other. And that's why it's looking like this. So that's not a technical fault by them at the time. Like at the time, this would have looked so crisp and clean in a cinema. This would have looked really good in a cinema back in 2005. All right, let's move on. Okay, this looks like, just by this frame, I got a feeling this might have been shot on, I wouldn't say DSLR, because I don't think the rise of the DSLR was in 2007. I don't think it was just yet. I still think this would have been shot on a HD, or close to HD camera. Let's have a look. No, 540p. Okay, so obviously, because this is 540p is like DVD. Yeah, that's DVD quality. Like you won't get higher than that. Oh, I shouldn't be skipping through the frames. But yeah, Duane Trammell, the 2007 48-hour film project, Detonate, widescreen. Ooh, widescreen. Fuck. Let's get it. Look at this fucking After Effects for that time.
Can I help you?
I'm Alex Gobb, County Inspector. Just here for a safety inspection.
Do you have anything better to do than harass me? It's only about the third time this month.
Regulations are regulations.
What's this track? Someone definitely recorded that during the weekend.
And where does this door lead?
Don't know. Never been out there.
Everything appears okay.
had not been inspired by Saw. Drug lab.
I'll have what you need in a
Wait,
second.
no, not drug lab.
Is everything ready?
It's ready. Who is he?
Who cares? He's just a courier. He didn't know what he was carrying in his blood was going to kill him.
How dangerous is this stuff?
Have a look. Totally inert until mixed with the other components, and then it becomes a very unstable radioactive substance.
But will it disperse when the device detonates?
Oh, yes, it will. We've calculated at least a 10-block radius. Hot for at least 1,000 years.
This audio is...
You know, you won't last long.
I won't need to. My work will be done.
My god, the acting. I don't need to. My work will be done. Fuck, it's so robotic. He's good. Ah, he is so robotic, man. Throws me off a little bit.
Keep that thing away from me.
Just give me the package.
Give me the package. Ow, gimme. Gimme.
The fuck was that? I need to go take a shit. That's what it looked like it's about to do. And grab this stomach. Man, I'm getting like heavy Saw vibes. Saw vibes.
Yes, sorry.
Oof, the audio. It's like the Atmos was not recorded to overlay. I can hear so many problems in the audio. That's fucking cool.
I have to stop you!
The fuck?
Too late to stop me.
Hey, Paula. What's that? Hey, Shelly, let's go before we cause any trouble. Oh, come on, please. Let's
Come on, I'm trying to detonate whatever this is. Let me push the red button, please.
Hey, what does detonate mean?
Yeah, I've been
These credit sequences. Oh my god.
Big old woman, she was big old cow, she was a big old. Biggest got zero lot, biggest got zero lot, biggest got zero, she was big in Japan. Yeah, big old woman, she's a big old cow.
Okay. Oh. Sorry, I have to sit here and like think, bro, like a bit about the story. I have to recap in my head, like what just happened. Before I talk about the story, the things that I've just noticed was the audio. The audio was not blended properly compared to the old one. Like compared to this one.
Whoa.
So I just want to know real quick if someone else did the audio for this one. Let's have a look. Claudio Lombardo. Sound recording and engineering. Claudio did really good on that one. Who did the audio on this? Where are they? Digital music score. Yeah, I'm guessing I think that was one of the first comments I said. I was like, what the fuck? This sounds like someone just sat there all weekend making making that backtrack. To be honest, that I'm not gonna lie, that music sort of doesn't fit the style of this film. I'm not sure. We don't get to see what genre it was it? I don't think so. Give me a sec. I'm just gonna have a look. I'll need to find out if it's a different audio person. Producers, director of photography. I think the camera work was okay. It wasn't the greatest. The dude's acting was so off-putting. It reminded me of Twin Peaks. It was very it was so out of place. He's just so out of place. It just feels weird. Hold on. Let's watch this. Art direction is fine. This video documentation. Oh, I wonder if he still has it. I would love to see the behind the scenes. Wait, who's the sound person? So anyways, I don't know who it is, but anyways, I'll cut to some stuff here. You hear that?
I want you two to wait here.
You start hearing the noise. Keep in mind, it is a 48-hour film, right? You don't really have that much time to include Atmos tracks or anything like that. But it's very important, no matter what, to not jar the audience. If something, especially because I can imagine this in the cinema, it would have been pretty quiet. It would have been the music, and then all of a sudden, you would have heard, like the tone of just air, of Atmos in general.
I want you two to wait here while I go get your father.
They probably could have caught that audio separately and added it in. I feel like it's heavily inspired by Saw, because I think Saw was, let me just check on my phone. I believe Saw was 2001. Let's have a look. Because a lot of films were leaning that way in terms of film style. Saw 2004 it came out, actually. 2004. Yeah. Like during that time, around like 2004, 2007, everything like that, leading even into 2010, there were Saw films coming out every single year, which started getting the grittiness, you start seeing shots like this, which, you know what's funny, if you look back at The Walking Dead, a lot of these shots resemble the style of Walking Dead as well. Like, there's an influence of two different
Is everything ready?
film styles.
It's ready. Who is he?
Who cares? He's just a courier. He didn't know what he was carrying in his blood was...
Interesting audio. Hearing the echoes and the actual the environment.
...was going to kill him.
That was definitely
How dangerous is this stuff?
yeah, that all those audio sound effects were definitely recorded somewhere else.
Blood was going to kill him.
I'm not gonna lie, the start of the film is actually captivating. So my biggest pet peeve in so many people's films is, look how fast the edit was. I would have loved to just see the work that this, even though we don't see any further or any longer, it's just when you're setting up a scene and you're setting up a world and the environment around these characters and all that, I wouldn't mind seeing just a longer take. Even if it was just a wide shot of maybe this actor in the bottom left of the frame, and then you hear the lady walk through the door. Because these fast-paced camera edits fall into nothingness because we're cutting. Like,
gonna help.
For some reason, like, so many Americans do this. Like, American television and films do this all the fucking time, and all they do is just, they're constantly editing so quick, like so quick. I think that there needs to be the pace needs to be brought back. It'll make your filming process a lot more quicker too, with less shots.
Feel.
I'm Alex Gobb, County Inspector. Just here for a safety inspection.
Do you have anything better to do than harass me?
This guy in that chick is very
third
decent.
time this month.
For acting.
Regulations are regulations.
So many camera shots. See, it's a good start. It's a good start to the film.
Where does this door lead?
No, never been out there.
I love how he just doesn't ask her for her ID. Safety inspector, huh? Can I see some ID? He just let it happen. He just let her walk in.
Everything appears.
I would have tried to build more tension here, right? I would have, because you started hearing that that drone, like the whoom, like, you know, to signal that something's not right in this place. Something's you know.
Okay.
See that look that he gives. She would have easily caught onto that actor's look if she turned, like, I'm pretty sure she turned around. You couldn't see because it was blown out by the sunlight. But that look, I would have been straight like this, like looking down the barrel of the lens, looking at her, and then you're a shot of her looking back and looking back at him, as if like she's caught. She's onto something, and he's onto her. By building this tension at the start instead, would have changed the direction of the film drastically, and the feel. Technically, the feel of the film would have been so that you should have opted in for low angle shots of the dude and high angle shots of the chick. These are the things I would have swapped around for sure. I would have easily, for some reason. Okay, before I continue on with Detonate, so I didn't critique this film as much because I think with the genre and with the style, I think this was fine. I think this film was totally fine. It was acted well. It was totally fine. Especially for 2005. Like, the funniest thing is there are films that are made today that don't even get to this level. There are films that got made this year that don't even get to that level. And that's bad. That is bad. But this one, it resembles Saw so much. I gotta tell ya, I was so intrigued until this other actor started acting. He was so robotic. The movements were so stiff.
Is everything ready?
It's ready. Who is he?
Who cares? He's just a courier. He didn't know what he was carrying in his blood was going to kill him.
Some really cool shots, like going into the
and then it becomes a very unstable
microscope.
radioactive substance.
But will it disperse when the device detonates?
Oh, yes, it will. We've calculated at least a 10-block radius. Hot for at least 1,000 years.
I'm still trying to understand the motive.
You know, you won't last long.
I won't need to. My work will be done.
It's so robotic. Ah, fuck, it's off-putting. I almost expect him to wear dark glasses. Like, just... Oh, that movement, that fucking walk. It's killing me. You got so many natural actors, and then this dude looks so out of place. Yeah, the audio is just all over the place. The transitions are all fucked. Surprise, motherfucker. See, like, that's the first thing I thought of. Surprise, motherfucker. From what's that show? Dexter. Surprise.
Keep that thing away from me.
Just give me the package.
Fuck. Just give me the package. He just hands it over. Get that thing fucking away from me. Here, just take this. What? I have no idea what the fuck that was. The fuck? I don't understand it. He looks like he's about to take a shit. I'm trying to understand this part. Just give me the package. obviously is like a mixing agent. Fuck, that is weird. I just don't understand. The lighting's good though. The lighting on him is pretty terrible. I would have opted in for a darker place, for a darker location. I would have chucked lamps on these up here, so it would be more dark. It would be more seedy. Like I would have opted in. Like I would have went darker and darker and darker as the film went on. Just because of the style of the film, I don't know. There's so many things that needed to be changed, and it could have been done easy, more like just simple. This is a lot of like old school. So this type of lighting is very fucking 90s. Light the background, you know, cut the actor out from the back. I would have opted in for a lot of lamps, at least around, in a darker place. It's like a pottery shop, too, like. I can either, like, outdoor area. See, this stuff is good. Like, this type of stuff is robotic. Like,
I want you two to wait here while I go get your father.
Yes, Mom.
that's, so those are the girls at the end of the film, which is fine because you're setting up for the end of the film. I've gone a little bit longer in this one. I'm really like analyzing and critiquing. So he's hidden this device underneath like a hospital or some shit, or wherever the fuck this building is. Goes outside and he's about to detonate, but for what purpose? For me, it's like what purpose? Like, why is he doing this shit? Who does he want to wipe out? Just people in general. Mixing agent. The lady was supposedly following him the entire time. She just wanders up.
Too late to stop me.
Like, who is she? Like, she is obviously like a private investigator. Just the way she's conducting herself, it feels very private investigator-ish. Do you know what I would have fucking loved? It's a little bit far-fetched. Actually, I don't think so. I would have loved if the private investigator was in on it, and they had an agenda, to kill X amount of people. Like, I don't know, like, it needs to go in that type of direction. This type of ending is just, it doesn't hit well.
Hey, Paula.
Like, I laughed as soon as I saw the kids. I'm like, here we go. They're gonna fuck things up.
Oh, come on, please.
I don't want to cause any trouble. Beep. That's all I can think of. Like, ruh-roh.
What does detonate mean?
Yeah, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's, man, it just becomes fucked towards like halfway through the film and down to the end. The very beginning of the film was so done, like, it's done so well, and then we get halfway and there's so many things that, like, you sit there and you just go, you have to think about the actual end, like, so you have to think about the motive of the characters. Why? Why is he doing it? The job will be done. Like, what job? Like, what's the job? Like, what's the fucking job? Like, I'm here to kill X amount of people, blah, 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 blah. Like, just, like... Man, there are so many things that are missing that could have made this really, really, really good. And there's so many things that are just missing. I feel like there's, like, almost, like, 40% of, like, story building and world building that is just missing from this film. If they had an extra 7 minutes, they could have probably could have fleshed it out. The body, obviously the body contains a virus. Yeah. All right. Let's go to the technical aspect. Technical. Visually it's okay. It's not too bad. It does remind me of like going into the 2010s style of filmmaking where things were starting to become more gritty. You had Sopranos coming out. You had well, Sopranos was already out. Sorry. Saw was already out. The gritty nature of filmmaking was starting around this time because even I was fucking doing it a couple years after them. I was starting to do like a gritty style of filmmaking, and that was probably the first set that I did. Mine, I'm not gonna like, my first set of films were not as good as this. Like my films were dog shit compared to this. No matter what. But yeah, I don't like this dude's acting. He's just so robotic. It felt so fucking weird. I almost expected him to become a robot at the end of the film when she like if that lady came out and just punched him. I almost felt like he's supposed to be a Terminator or something. It was so fucking weird.
Who is he?
Who cares?
She was alright.
The
visuals were great. The audio was just weird and off. The audio is just so fucking all over the place, and I think it hindered this film so bad.
Keep that thing away from me.
Just give me the package.
Yeah, no. Like, from this point onward, it just doesn't work. None of this fucking works. This would have been a great opportunity to explain his motive. And it would have been a great opportunity for the other actress to sort of spy more on him. And find out. Because she could have actually came in and tailed after him. And said, what the fuck you doing? What did you give him? Blah, 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 blah. He's gonna kill people. He's been planning this for weeks, and he's like, I fucking knew it. She could be calling the police. She'd be on the phone. Now it's a race against time. Now everything that kicked off with at the start of the film, that slow build, is now ramping up to a fucking crescendo, and it's not. Right now, with this current state of the film and plot, it's just not ramping up. From 4 minutes in, with the last 3 minutes of your film, it could have been ramping up. It could have the pace could have been hastening up, and you could have like had this mad fucking crescendo towards the end, and she probably could have either beaten the shit out of that dude, and then she saves, like, I'm just trying to think of a completely different ending because I just don't like the fucking ending. The ending is just like almost like no offense, but a shitty punchline. But it just felt bad. It felt bad. It didn't feel good. Like bad, not in a good way, because sometimes a bad ending is a very fucking good thing. But right now, this is just fucking weird, and it's just not good. And pretty much, man, I can't believe I filmed for an hour, like fuck, just critiquing 2 videos. But this one just had more to talk about compared to the other, because the other one was just almost next to, perfection. Almost. If it was perfect, it would have won. But just minor things, I guess. Yeah, no, but this one, oh, brutal. Yeah. Definitely brutal. So just to wrap up this whole video, everything was going so well at the start, and then it just shit on itself as soon as it got to the scene at the pottery shop. There are so many missed opportunities to explain some plot and some motive, and an extra scene with the other actress to the private investigator would have helped. And at the end, he could have detonated it at the end anyways. He could have actually won, and actually he could have won. Do you know, you know what just came to my mind? Do you know what would have been actually fucking sick? If he threw the chick off the rails, he goes back and he picks up the device and he's about to detonate it. And he looks up and he looks past the device and he sees the 2 girls just standing there with their dad or whatever. And he looks at the detonate. He looks at it. It's a close up of his eyes, and he looks up, and then and that's the end. That would have been sickening. That would have been fucking a great better. That would have been a much better ending. Much better ending because we're going with a bad ending, but it feels good because we're seeing the sinister that he's I don't give a fuck, because he clearly stated it. He clearly stated it with the scientist or whatever, the doctor said, I don't care, my job's gonna be done. I'm gonna kill everyone and my job's gonna be done. But yeah, even if there was a little bit of like motive, like imagine if those two girls, the father was the problem. Let's say that he was a fucking scientist or some shit like that, you know, like there's so many things that could have been changed in the story, and this would have been a really cool fucking gritty, dark fucking story, and it would have been really good. But it totally missed the mark. It totally missed the mark from the halfway point. But other than that, it was shot okay. It looks good. The lighting's okay. I personally would have changed a lot of things. The dialogue was sometimes a miss from the halfway point. It felt very rushed towards the end. It felt like everything was rushed towards the end. It wasn't as planned or thought out well compared to the start. But yeah, like it just felt rushed towards the end, and it's probably the reason why I didn't make it as a winner, I guess. But yeah, that is my review of Duane Trammell's 2 48-hour film project films. But no matter what, still a really great job. Like overall, a really good job. Overall, really good job. With the first film, I'm very impressed, especially for the time 2005, 2007. Missed the mark. Missed the fucking mark, man. Try again. Go make another motherfucking film. There, let's see what you've learnt. Let's see what you've learnt since then. 2025, make another film. See what you've learnt. After all this fucking time, a decade or so later, let's see what you have learnt. Right, two fucking decades. Put your knowledge to the test, Duane, and make another one. Alright, I want to see it. Alright, catch you all later, yeah? Bye-bye.